amici, ben ritrovati! Hi friends and welcome back! Sono felice, I am happy di vedervi di nuovo, to see you again. So, last time we talked about phonetics, pronunciation, and today we will have a grammar lesson. We have to start to understand a few grammar rules, because in the first lessons, in the first tutorials, we talked about sentences you could use to introduce yourself, greetings, and so on and so on, and we can say that we learned sentences that were already made. Now we have to start creating those sentences, and in order to do so, we have to understand a few grammar rules, starting from the basics, starting from the very beginning, and the very beginning is the article, okay? And so today we are going to talk about definite articles, okay, which in Italian are called articoli determinativi. Articoli determinativi. Determinare, to determine something, okay? So these articles determine or definite because they define something. We are talking about something that is specific or that we have mentioned before in our conversation or in our text. Okay, obviously, if I say, okay, the boy means that I'm talking about a specific boy. Okay, we know which boy I'm talking about. Or eventually I have mentioned him before, and that's why we can identify him, okay, in a very clear way. I won't say, if I say a boy, that's generic, okay, so that's not a definite article, that's not an articolo determinativo, it is indeterminativo, okay, because it is not definite. But if I say the boy, then I determine that boy. I already know, okay, that I'm talking about that specific boy, so that's a definite article or articolo determinativo. Well, you have already noticed that the translation in English is the, okay, it's quite easy, while the other, okay, when it is not definite, so indeterminativo is a or an, okay, a boy or an image, okay? Today we are focusing on the definite articles. In English it's quite easy. There is just one article, okay, which is the, and it's always the same, singular, plural, etc. Now in Italian it's a little bit more tricky, so we have to pay attention and to, first of all, we have to distinguish, okay, and to understand, okay, that we have two different situations whether the nouns are masculine or feminine. Yes, there is this important aspect to consider, an aspect that we don't have to consider in English. In Italian we do, and sometimes foreign people are quite puzzled and they ask me, but how can I understand whether a noun is feminine or masculine? Sometimes it's obvious, because if I say woman, then she is feminine, and man, that's obviously masculine. But if I say libro, which is book, how can I say that that is masculine? And when I say penna, which is pen, how can I say that is feminine? Why? Why not the contrary? Well, that's not easy. There are general rules which aren't absolute. I mean, they are general rules, but there are many exceptions. Anyway, we will see those rules, I promise. I promise we'll make a video, we'll make a tutorial concerning those rules, I promise. And there are anyway many exceptions, and that's why I suggest you to always to check, okay, on a dictionary or whatever, whether the noun is feminine or masculine. Maybe the easiest rule to tell you in a few seconds here is that if the the final vowel of the noun is a, as in donna, which means woman, okay, donna, then probably it is feminine. The word I mentioned before, penna, which is pen, it is feminine, and the final vowel is a. But if the final vowel is o or o, uomo is man, okay, the final vowel is o, then it is masculine. The other word I mentioned before, book, that is libro, libro, final vowel o, it is masculine. Yes, that's quite easy, but unfortunately that's not something that always happens. I mean, there are many exceptions and situations when it works the other way around, or anyway, there are other vowels, obviously. There are some nouns whose final vowel is a, so there are many rules. So check maybe on the dictionary whether the noun is feminine or masculine. Anyway, obviously the articles are also different. So let's start with masculine masculine nouns. In Italian we say maschile in order to say masculine, okay? Nome maschile is masculine noun. So the first article for a masculine noun is il. Il is used for a masculine singular noun, okay, which actually starts with a consonant, okay? So masculine singular nouns which start with a consonant. Well, you already know this word because I've mentioned that before, making the example masculine and feminine. Libro, which is book, okay? You can see that the book, il libro. The word, the noun, libro, is masculine and starts with a consonant, with an L. So I will use the article il. Dog, cane, okay, with a C at the beginning, so it's a consonant. Il cane, okay? The boy, I mentioned before, the boy, bambino, starts with a B, okay? Il bambino, okay? They are all masculine nouns starting with a consonant. What happens if the masculine singular noun starts with a vowel and not a consonant anymore? We don't use the same article, il, we will use L with an apostrophe. L with an apostrophe. Example, okay, I also mentioned that before, uomo means man, okay? Remember we said the final vowel is a O, so probably it's masculine. Well, it is masculine actually, but it starts with a vowel and not with a consonant, and so I won't say il uomo, I can't say that, I will say l'uomo. You pronounce it all together, as if it was just one word, okay? Without the apostrophe, but remember to write down the apostrophe anyway. L'uomo. Or again, animale, it's animal, okay? It's written almost the same way as in English with the final e, animale. Now, in this case, you have a noun and the final vowel is e. How can you know that it is masculine? You can't, okay? You can just check on your dictionary. In general, vocabulary that talk about, in this case, species or creatures, etc. When talking in general, they're masculine. But obviously, I'm telling you a very general rule. There are so many exceptions that I can't really tell you this is like that, okay? It's just a general suggestion, we can say so. Anyway, animale, animale, animal. Masculine, okay, singular, starting with a, so starting with the vowel. I won't say il animale, no, I will say l'animale, the animal, l'animale. In English, the is always the, but I change the pronunciation, okay? When the noun starts with a consonant, I say the boy, the book, okay? If the noun starts with a vowel, I'll say the animal with the E, the animal, I won't say the animal. So we change the pronunciation, but the article is always the same. Now in Italian we change completely the article. And then there is this one. Don't worry too much about that because it's it's least common, okay, of all of them. So don't worry, it's not very, very common, but you have to know that, obviously. There is a third possibility, which is lo, lo. It is used for masculine, singular nouns which start with S and consonant, not just S, okay, not just S, but S plus another consonant, as in student. Student, you have a S, an S, and then you have T, S-T, so S plus consonant. In this case, student, studente, in Italian it's almost the same word, studente, isn't il studente, okay, it is lo studente, lo studente, lo studente, okay, so when we have an S and immediately after the S, then you have a consonant. Then, second possibility when we use lo. When the noun starts with a zeta, it's zeta. Zeta is the Italian word to spell that letter. Do you remember my lesson about the alphabet? Well, in English is Z or Z, okay, whether you're British or American, okay, zeta in Italian. For example, zaino, zaino is the backpack, okay? I will not say il zaino, that's an awful mistake that some Italian people make sometimes. It sounds really uneducated. You should say lo zaino, lo zaino. So we use lo when we have S plus consonant, then zeta, okay, Z or Z as you prefer. Y in Italian, Y. Y, like yogurt, the yogurt, what you eat, okay, lo yogurt. You would say lo Yankee, okay? Then, when the noun starts with P and S, like psychologist, lo psicologo, lo psicologo. Also in this case, pay attention because in English we won't pronounce the PS at the beginning. We say the psychologist. The P doesn't exist in the pronunciation. In Italian we absolutely pronounce that. So lo psicologo, lo psichiatra, the psychologist, psychiatrist, etc., etc. Then PN. So when the noun starts with PN, PS and PN, PN. Lo pneumatico. This is very rare, so if you forget about that, that's not so terrible because there are just a few words starting with PN. Pneumatico means tire, the tire you have in the wheel, okay, of your car. So it's not very common one, but anyway, lo pneumatico. And finally, you use always lo when the noun starts with gn, which is ñ. Do you remember we talked about the special sounds in Italian in my previous video concerning phonetics, alphabet, etc., etc.? We said that g and together are pronounced gn, lo gnomo, gnome, okay, so the little man, okay, gnomo, lo gnomo. So il when these masculine singular nouns start with a consonant. L and apostrophe start with a vowel, and lo when they start with S plus consonant with zeta or Z or Z, as you prefer, Y, PS, PN, GN. Not so difficult, is it? So difficult, yeah. Well, take heart here, because for the feminine version there are only two options and they are exactly the same rule as the masculine version, so it's the same rule. The first one concerning nouns which start with a consonant, feminine nouns starting with a consonant, and the second starting with a vowel. So feminine nouns which start with a consonant use the article la. Il for the masculine noun starting with the consonant, la for feminine noun starting with the consonant. La casa, la casa, la casa. The girl, bambina. The masculine was bambino, okay. Now feminine bambina, girl. La bambina. La bambina. La donna. Do you remember I used that before? La donna, the woman. La donna. The pen, you remember? La penna. La penna. La, okay? When the feminine noun starts with a vowel, then we have the same article. So in this case, you can ignore the fact that the noun is masculine or feminine, because it's the same. L and apostrophe. I made an example here with air, aria, okay, the air, l'aria, l'aria, l'aria. Also water, okay, water, l'acqua, l'acqua. It's written L apostrophe and then water. We write it like this. L'acqua. The water. Well, this goes for the singular. Yes, we still have to talk about the plural. So, just a moment. Well, as you may see here, the plural is more easy. It's absolutely easier, so don't worry. First of all, let's start again with masculine nouns. Okay, the plural form that you use instead of il, so for masculine, obviously, plural nouns starting with consonant is i. I. Remember the word libro, il libro, the book? The plural is i libri. I libri. Okay? In any other case, so that's the plural form that corresponds to L and apostrophe and also lo, so the final one that was so confusing. Okay, both of them, lo and apostrophe, have just one plural form, and it is gli. It's just one, but it's the most difficult to pronounce. So, if you have any doubts about phonetics, go back to my previous lesson concerning phonetics, pronunciation and alphabet. We talked about specific and special sounds like this sound here. The sound here is l. In the IPA alphabet, you will find it like this, okay? That's the way you find it. Yes, that's a specific sound that you create when you put the back side of your tongue between your back teeth, okay, on both sides, and then you let the air flow, okay, blow out, okay, go out through that, okay. You may notice that your tongue, okay, is touching the upper side of your mouth, okay, in the back, not in front, but in the back of it. So gli, that's the sound, gli. As I said before, if at first you may feel some little bubbles that are created here, okay, where you have your back teeth, no problems. It means you're doing a good job, so it's working. It's normal at first. Then you learn to do that without making bubbles anymore, but it's fine for the first period. Just pay attention. Try not to pronounce it li. It's wrong. It's another word in Italian. Or just e, because you just skip the sound. Someone pronounces that e. That's wrong. You have to make that sound here in the back, okay, where you have your ears here. So li. If you touch with your fingers, okay, if you touch your that spot here under your ears when you have your back teeth and you pronounce that li, you should feel that this is vibrating inside, it's moving, okay, that's the air passing and making your tongue vibrate, and okay, and sometimes a little bubbles too. So yi is used for plural nouns, masculine nouns, obviously, starting with vowel. The example here is gli aerei. Aerei are airplanes, okay, gli aerei. But also for all the special cases and situations we mentioned before that wanted law, okay. So, I repeat it again, nouns starting with S plus consonant, zeta, so remember Z or Z, Y, PS, PN, X, and GN. Okay, maybe I didn't mention the X before, but anyway, there aren't words in Italian that start with an X. They are just English words, and maybe we can use. And so in that case, we use lo for the singular article and li again for the plural. So I haven't made examples for all of them. Obviously, you just take the example before and you put li before, and then you make the plural of the noun. Just one example, the most common one, we said lo studente. It was singular because you used lo because there was an S and a consonant, st in this case. Plural, studenti, gli studenti. Gli studenti. Singular, lo studente. Plural, gli studenti. Gli studenti. Okay? Feminine version is extremely easy. There is just one article for the plural. Just one. Okay? Just one for any possible situation. So this is le. Le. The singular was la. Okay? The first one. Do you remember? La or L and apostrophe. Now in this case it's just le. Le. We use it for nouns, plural nouns, obviously, feminine plural nouns, starting with both a consonant and a vowel. Okay? Either a consonant or a vowel doesn't change a thing. Okay? So, examples with a consonant, le penne. You remember before, la penna, one pen. Okay? La penna. Okay? The pen, one. Le penne, the pens, many. The pens. Donna, la donna, the woman. It's one woman, the woman. La donna. Plural, it's irregular in English. So the women, in Italian it's regular, absolutely. Le donne. Le donne, the women. Now starting with vowels, of course. So ore, it's hours. Okay, hours. So the hours. Le ore. Le ore. If I'm talking about 1 hour, okay, the hour, it's l'ora, L and apostrophe because it starts with a vowel. Plural, le ore. Plural, le api, singular, l'ape. Ape means bee, the insect, okay, the insect that flies from flower to flower, okay, that's ape. Ape is feminine. In this case, for example, okay, the final vowel is e, okay? There is no reason why it is feminine at all. You just have to know that. Anyway, if you have just one B, okay, l'ape, many bees, le api. Okay, that's all for today. That's all about definite articles or articoli determinativi, okay? So masculine and feminine. For the singular nouns, you have il, el, and apostrophe, or lo. And for the feminine nouns, when they're singular, you have la or el with apostrophe. For the plural version, you just have two possibilities, okay? For the masculine nouns, e when it starts with consonant, and li in all other cases, and just one possibility for feminine nouns. It doesn't matter whether they start with a they end up with a consonant or a vowel. It's always le. I know, they are many, but it will become easier. I promise, it will become easier, and then it becomes just a habit for you to put the right one, because then it depends on the sound, and you start to feel that and to put the right article without thinking about anymore. I promise, it's just a matter of practice, as always. So don't worry, and let's go on. Next time we'll talk about the other articles, so indeterminativi. If you have any questions, if you have any requests, if you have anything to tell me, just please leave me a comment in the box here below. If you like my videos, if you find them interesting, or anyway, if you find them useful, please leave me a like, okay? Share, so condividi, it's Italian, it means share. If there are other people maybe who are interested in learning Italian with an Italian teacher, okay, I am very grateful for your support and for your words and for your comments. You're always so very kind, and thank you as always from the bottom of my heart. Grazie mille, ci vediamo presto, see you very soon with my Italian lesson con le lezioni di italiano. Ciao!